Today I'm going to do a discussion on what to take to the range when you go to shoot your muzzleloader. And these are the things that I normally take. Obviously, the first stuff is the basic stuff to fire the gun. So, you need powder for your main charge, and you can either take it right from the can, powder horn, or flask. Patching. Now I'm sure everyone does this differently, but you need your patches, whether they're pre-cut. Balls, ball lube, ball starter, and ball block, priming powder. Your basic stuff. Now, you can either put that in a toolbox, like this. This works pretty good because I can put bigger stuff down low and some smaller stuff up top. Or you can put it in your hunting bag if you want to practice shooting out of your bag. You also will want a vent pick. This is a really crude, ugly one, but it works. So, the basic stuff to fire your gun. Now, some other things you like to keep in your toolbox that I find handy is a set of pliers. Occasionally that's nice. Spare flints. Your flint goes dull. And various types of screwdrivers. Like this. That stuff can be handy because it's something where, something bad happens. You need to change your flint. Oh crap, you don't have a screwdriver. I've been there before, it's not fun. So you got your basic shooting supplies. The other thing that I always like, along with your normal shooting rod that's in your gun, is a cleaning rod with the different attachments. That way, because most of occasionally after so many shots you're gonna have to swab it out. So a cleaning rod, and then patches. Obviously you can get pre-cut patches, but I find that this blue patching material works really good. This is just found at the hardware store. I think they sell them as automotive rags. It's a little thicker than normal paper towels, and it works good for cleaning muzzleloaders. And then, obviously, if you're cleaning it between shots, something to clean with, and I find what always works good for me is just isopropyl alcohol. It'll be enough to get some of the fouling loosened off. So that's kind of the basic stuff I have directly related to the gun. And like I said, I keep this stuff in this toolbox, or at times in a bag, but if I'm practicing for hunting season. Some other thing you might want to factor in is tools for adjusting your sights. If you need to drift your sight over a hammer and a dowel rod, and if you need to drop your sight a little bit if you're sighting a gun, you want to have the tools necessary to do that. And also, if you can see here, a ball puller. That occasionally can save you. There's been a couple times where that's come in handy. So that's another thing to keep in your kit. But yeah, that's all the stuff related directly to the gun. Like I said, I can put with this little toolbox, I can put the bigger stuff in the bottom. And then it has this little top tray. I can put the smaller things. And there you go. The powder horn, that'll stay with the bag if I'm getting ready for hunting season. So now I'm going to move on over to the general shooting stuff. Now, for me, I shoot a lot, and if you're familiar with the channel, I do a lot, mainly muzzleloading. I do modern guns. So, I've got this big tote that I use as my range tote. And some stuff obviously you'll want to take related to the range. I have a bag that sits inside of it, and earplugs. I just want to make sure you're in camera view. Earplugs, obviously, and eye protection. You can keep it in this tub. The other thing you'll need is targets. You know, different kinds of targets, and stapler and spare staples. There's nothing more annoying when you have your spare staples and you walk up and click, click. So always make sure before you walk down to the backstop that you have a full stapler, especially if you're waiting, if someone's waiting on you to shoot. Another thing would be rests. Now you can use standard sandbags, they work all right. But also I have ones like that has like an adjustment screw, and they can get fancier than that. And these little guys, these are kind of nice because they're compact and they work, and you can either use them as two or you can stack them on one another, and they do the job pretty good. Besides paper targets, something else that can be fun is these little, if your range rules allow it, mine no longer does, but these little balls, these target balls, now this one's been shot hundreds if not thousands of times. These will take a hell of a beating, and they make for a fun target. So, like I said, if you have that big tote, you can, when you're ready to shoot, you can just put it in your car with everything inside. And if you're going to go shoot your muzzler and then shoot a modern gun, you can take other ammunition for you. And yeah, that's kind of that. And now, the other thing that I will oftentimes have with me is steel targets, like that one. Again, if you're bored shooting paper, you can find these steel targets relatively inexpensive, and you can either buy or build a frame. I have one that was bought and one that was built, and again, depending on their range rules, that can be another fun target. Same time, if you're a ranger, if you're on private property, soda cans are good targets too, but my range doesn't allow ground targets, so that's why I have that steel target and that ball I use at friends' houses. So that's the basic overview of everything I take to, if I'm going to go shoot my muzzleloaders. Now, there's other things that like chronographs if I want to get velocity, but that's not, most of you probably aren't into that, but, you know. So I'm curious, is there anything you think that's unnecessary that I have in my kit, or is there anything that you think that I should include? Please put in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more great content, and check out our Instagram page at @SquirrelTailShow.